Hi, this is Pumpkin Creek Primitives. I'm Bobby. This is Flosstube 105. It is June 11th, 2023, and this is a channel about cross stitch, my shop. It'll be a little bit about StitchCon this time, and always a fur baby or two. Hope you enjoy. Hello, hello, hello. So I just got back from StitchCon like an hour ago. And I wanted to go ahead and film this because otherwise I'll forget everything. And I'm still going to be scattered and bad. And I talked to so many people and saw so many people. And I'm terrible at taking photos. So I don't have very many photos. So, yeah. So let's get started. I did way more stitching this year at StitchCon than I did last year. And if you don't know what StitchCon is, it's a cross stitch retreat that is it's just outside of Cincinnati, Ohio. It is held every year in June. There are 2 weekend choices. You have weekend A and weekend B. And it is put on by that local needlework shop, Keepsakes, and also partnered with Pam and Steph. Just keep stitching. So, yeah, it was good. It was good. I got way more stitching in this time than I did last year. Which also, I still visited with people, but I didn't visit, I don't think as much because I actually was sitting and stitching. So, we'll see. But, before I get into that, my friend Carrie from 3 Trail Stitcher, I got a package from her when I got home, and I was so excited. And she sent me, and if I am incorrect about this, I've had people make me stuff. Like, I've had Denise has made me some of the most amazing little...
I'm sorry.
Not talking to you. Has made me, like, the nicest little snowflake ornaments and stuff that she's crocheted, needle, or could have been knitting, could have been tatting. Not really what the craft was, Denise. But beautiful snowflakes that I hung as ornaments. But I had all this time, and I'm really trying to think hard. And like I said, if you have, and I've just forgotten, and I'm sorry. I think that this is the first time somebody has, because I don't do small exchanges. I think this is the first time somebody has, stitched something for me. So Carrie sent me this. Isn't that great? I'm so excited. I cried a little, not gonna lie. So I've got to put it up somewhere here. It's got a little hanger. So the problem is like all those shelves take up so much and all the wall spaces where you can't see. So that's kind of annoying. But after we get the floors, when the floors are sanded and refinished, which my husband ripped up the floors while I was gone and he's laid back some of them. Once the floors get refinished and everything, I'm moving my shop downstairs, and that's where I'll probably be filming from, is down there versus up here. So I'll be able to hang stuff on the wall. I'm so excited. I love it so much. Thank you so much, Carrie. It's amazing. And then she sent me a really, really cool Haunted Mansion needle minder. And then a really Auntie D floss. So, and then there were snacks. There were treats. The treats are downstairs. Treats didn't make it up here. But thank you so much. That was the sweetest thing. It was so surprised when I came home. It was amazing. I have so much stuff. I'm not really sure where to start. I'm going to be all over the place, but let's face it, my ADD ass is all over the place anyways. So maybe it'll be more easy to follow along. I don't know. Okay, so for our Lynn with Lynn X Stitches, she makes project bags. She has a Flosstube, and she lives very close to the retreat. And she put out an amazing offer to some of us that were coming in early on a Wednesday, because it doesn't start till Thursday, to have dinner at her house. And then it evolved into a murder mystery after we ate, because her husband does that for a living. And I was all about it. I was so stoked. So we had an amazing dinner. I got to meet Jan, who is does some of the finishing at Keepsakes. She had dinner with us. And I was so glad I met her. And now I feel a little bit better about like sending maybe some stuff off to get finished. It's just, I don't know. When you don't know, well, that sounds weird. When you haven't met the person in person, I'm kind of like, I don't know if I'm scared. I'm scared. So I met Jan. She's amazing. So for our dinner, it was Colleen, Rebel Stitcher, I'm gonna say Colleen's friend Jen. She's our friend too. So Colleen, she's our friend too. I just call her Colleen's sidekick. So Jen was there, and then of course Lynn was there because it's our house, because that would be awkward. And Lynn's son was there, and his fiance Ashley, who actually does some floss tubes with Lynn. So it was really fun meeting her. And we had Candy, and y'all, let me just go ahead and say, because I think I keep wanting to call her the 615 Stitcher, because 615 is my area code, and that ain't what she is. That is not her Instagram. That is not her floss tube. Is that not bad? That's not her floss tube. I am terrible. So, I am probably going to butcher everything when I start giving out, because I know everybody by their name and I'm really bad with handles. So 614 Stitcher. That's why I keep wanting to call you the 615. It's that close. Sorry, Candy. 614. Although I heard you couldn't remember your number either when you did your little intro. But 614 Stitcher, like I said, I keep wanting to call her 615 because that's my area code. But the 614 Stitcher, Candy, she was there having dinner with us. Trying to remember everybody that was there. So we had Leanne from Forbidden Fiber Co. and Leanne Stitches. We had Sarah was there from Memphis Sarah. We had Zan was there from Crazy Band Lady. I was there. We had Janelle there, which just don't make me do it. I know it's coffee, wine, and stitchy time, I believe. Why are these so hard for me? Well, part of it's now I'm ADD. It's fine. I want to get these right. Yeah, coffee, wine, and stitching time, right? Yes. So And that's Janelle, sweet baby Janelle, sweet baby Janelle. And we had Athena, and Athena, what the heck? What is your floss tube? Are you doing Goddess? Is it under Goddess? I mean, her shirts. Y'all, this is so bad. Yeah, Stitching Goddess Designs. Sorry, I didn't know she went to her business name. This is so bad. She's damn Athena. She's just Athena. That's what I know her as. She is Athena. And then Beth, which I think Beth is Busy Stitches. Y'all, this is the worst. This is the worst shout out to all my damn friends that I have ever done in my life. Well, probably not. Yeah, Busy Bee Stitches. So it's B-I-Z-Z-Y. I'm getting better. Because they're just, she's Beth, you know. So, and then who else was there for the dinner? I mean, yeah. Who else was there for the dinner? Am I missing people? I feel like I'm missing people, which is terrible. I know it's terrible. Oh, hello, my favorite people, Melina and Connie. And they are Count Twice, Stitch Once, and mother-daughter duo. And so Melina was there and Connie was there. And I want to be Connie when I grow up. Just saying. They're amazing. You should check them out. So yeah, we had a really good time. I'm trying to make sure I didn't forget anybody else. And then so after dinner we did Murder Mystery. And it was really fun. It was like set in the 20s, and like Sarah's name, she was like a starlet and up and coming, and her name was Cherry Bomb. And then Janelle was a she was playing a French maid, but she was really a detective undercover, and her name was Ooh La La. And then we had Zan was the butler, her name was Jarvis. And then we had Melina, she was Mr. Greenspan, and he was like bad, and then he died, and she did an amazing death scene. I was Professor Purple. I was the most intelligent man in the room. And then we had Lynn, who played Donna Bad Thing. So the names are just great. And then Lynn's soon-to-be daughter-in-law, maybe, Ashley, she played the doctor, and it was so fun. And then Lynn's son, it was Hugh something Ego was like it was so funny, and he was like the director, and it was funny. And then Connie, she played like a little like helper to the main character. His name was War and Peace, and Connie's name was Mary Kate Ashley.
I found this on the web.
Why? And she's literally trying to look up Mary Kate and Ashley Olsen. And so we had a blast. It was a lot of fun. And I'm not sure how I got this one, but I got the Best Actor Award, Professor Purple. And me and Zan both guessed the correct murderess, but Zan gave some amazing, crazy story about what happened, and I guess what I had put was a little bit closer to the details. So, I was Detective of the Night. Dun, 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 dun. What's the funny story about being the Detective of the Night? It was right after I'd already gone around the dinner table and guessed everybody's profession incorrectly. Yeah, so that part started with for however long I've been aware of Colleen Rebel Stitcher, I thought her wife Nicole was a lawyer. I made it up. She's an attorney, and also they moved to Maryland when they left Ohio. I don't know. I get these ideas, and that's just what it is. And so that was the whole thing we started laughing about, was like how off I was. And then Janelle was like, you know what would be amazing is you should go around the table and guess what everybody does for a living. I was like, I'm going to guess it so bad. And they're like, I know, that's what's going to be funny. So I did that and it was terrible. The only person I got 100% was Leanne, Forbidden Fiber Co. And I even knew 100% what she did before she had her yarn and cross stitch store. So Zan, I was close. Like I knew kind of what she did. And the same thing with Sarah. Like I knew kind of, I just didn't know it was fully specialized in MRIs. So I knew she was like an imaging technician and I just wasn't sure. I didn't know it was specific to MRIs. So yeah, so I learned a lot. Oh, and I knew Lynn 100% was retired from teaching. She was a teacher. But I thought Candy was, if I guessed teacher or accountant was what I guessed for everybody. And I bombed everybody but the small handful. It was embarrassing, but really, I think what it was is like a pull shark, right? So they all thought, well, she's an idiot. And then I came in there and won the murder mystery. Just saying. So, yeah. So it was a blast. We had a good time. And yeah, it was a really good time. So where do I want to go next? My bestie Z, she didn't get to make it, so that was super sad, but I understand and love her. And so we're me, her, and Fawn, because Fawn and Sean came on Thursday. So me, Zami, and Fawn, we're still gonna do our StitchCon start. We're just gonna do it sometime this week, doing Zoom, so that we can all like chit chat and shoot the shit and gossip and all that stuff, right? Okay, so I have no clue where to start because I've got piles. All right, so one of the things, I got like some small gifts and stuff from people. Janelle, she got me, she saw these, they're called the Dreadbolt Mystery Society, and they're like little murder boxes. Like I have the Hunt to Killer boxes, but it takes like 6 months to do those because they send you, a piece at a time. So these are they're full boxes. So she got me down the rabbit hole, and was so good. So Saturday night, last night, a handful of us played, and like it has all kinds of stuff in here. Like this is like an old folks home, and it has a little bit to do with like the Alice in Wonderland stuff because they were reading the book. And so it gives you like people that work there and people that live there, and you got all these clues and you got all this stuff you got to figure out. And it's like, people's grandkids, you got flyers, you got prescriptions you got to read and stuff you got to figure out. And we had a blast. We got done all the way to figured out enough of the clues to open the clues number 1 envelope and got more stuff. And then we beat that enough to open up clue number 2. And then when I opened this and we saw all the stuff involved, we were like, okay, we're going to bed because it was like midnight. So the handful of us that were doing this, I'm just gonna take pictures of everything and send it to them, and we're gonna do a Zoom to solve this murder. But Janelle also got me this one, the South Ridge Stalker, and it's one for me to do on my own or at another thing. So I'm like super, super excited. So those were amazing. So thank you so much, Janelle. I loved it. And I feel like at every one of these retreats, it's going to be now customary that, especially if it's not StitchCon where we can have Lynn's husband do it, I think I'm going to have to bring like a murder mystery thing for a late night, that kind of thing where some of you want to stitch and sit around and listen to the rest of us, like try and sound real dumb real quick because we did not have the bandwidth, but it was okay. It was just fun, and it was just, I don't know, it was something different. We've all been stitching, so sometimes you just need a little bit of a break, do a little something different with your brain. So it was awesome. And then Lynn, who's so amazing, she got me this little card. It's so cute. It's so cute. And it was a little birthday my little birthday present. She got that, and I got a little gift card for keepsakes, which I got to use in the annex. I'll show you what I got with the little birthday gift card. But the funny thing was, this will be more of the story, but I wanted to get in the annex, which is where they have, you know, vendor stuff set up. I had wanted to get in there because of a couple of Lynn's bags that I wanted desperately. And then she said, I was trying to catch you, but you were in there and you checked out because I wanted to give this to you. And I was like, well, I'm not going to use a gift card from you to buy your bags. That's weird. So I used it a little bit later on for something else that's in this pile. So a lot of the freebie stuff was really amazing. I put change in this, so this is a little loud. I'm still doing little gifts. That's where we're still at. So, I got money in here, sorry. I have to figure out what I'm going to do with that money. So, what Leanne had at our table was she let people pick a bag. And it's so cute. Warning, stabbing is my favorite hobby. StitchCon 2023. And then inside had a few one-of-a-kinds. And then she was like, make sure you got a fabric you can use. So I got Morning Dew. It's a 14 count. It's an 1/8 of a yard. It's not really showing up. It's really pretty. It's very it's honeydew. I mean, it is. It's very beautiful. It's very springy, light, beautiful green. And then it had a Forbidden Fiber Co. needle minder in it. So cute. It's the sweetest thing. So she had some of those that she was passing out. I'm glad I snagged. I want to put this other stuff back in it. Don't zip that up yet. And then Sarah got me this. It is a tote bag, but I don't want to unzip it because I'll never get it back in. But no, I need to because I think the tote may actually have a German Shorthair pointer on it. Ooh, if you're just tuning in, I have 2 German Shorthair pointers. Don't worry, there's plenty of information about them in my previous ones and will be my future one. I can't get it unzipped. And we also have a corgi, but so this one as it folds out. Is that not the best? I love it. I love it. I love it. I'm never gonna get back in there though. Never gonna happen. Yep, it's gonna be fully flated for the rest of its natural life. And then Zan got me a little, like, I got this little coaster, and then got a little sticker, Save the Bees, and then I got a little sticker, and a little charm, and a little button, oops, and a little sticker of her logo that Athena created, and then I got a little a little floss jewelry from Zan, and then Zan likes to go antiquing, so I got this. Now I'm gonna use this for like rings and stuff, put it in my bathroom. But the best part about this is 100% an ashtray. It does not look like an ashtray, but this was 100% an ashtray. I mean, you can see where like the cigarette would sit there. I absolutely adore this. I adore this. Adore it. So thank you, Zan. All right, let me get these back in there. And then, if you're sensitive, look away. Got my tag here. They were giving these out. And then I got a fish and a cock. So, yep, they were giving these away. And I cannot tell you how many people got that. Had them in their things. And I'm talking about people I wasn't expecting. And I had people come up to me asking me where I got them. And I was telling people where I got them. The vibe was very different this year. Can I just say that? The vibe was very different this year than it was the year before. The year before, I felt it was a little stuffy, a little pearl clutchy. It did not, I'm not saying people weren't clutching pearls, but I'm just saying, and if you don't know what pearl clutching is, down here in the South, women wear they pearls, and people say something like, oh, yeah, that's pearl clutching. So, it was not very pearl clutchy. Let's just say that. It was crazy. I felt just as much home there that I did when I was at Steel City. So I was not worried I was going to offend anybody. There were a couple of little girls that were there. So every time I was by them, I was literally covering up with my finger because they can read. So, and then Zan, she gifted me this. Look at that. It's amazing. It's amazing. So I really lucked out. I have really, really amazing friends. Okay. And then Fawn got me a little something and my birthday gift. So she got me this bag. Whoop, whoop. Oh no. Oh no. Oh no. Oh, there it is. They're needles. Ah. So she got me a bag by Tiffany Black Cat Stitchery. Look at it. It's so pretty. And then I got to meet Tiffany, and she's super, super sweet. So, and I got to meet Candace Kay. She wasn't there for it, but she was on her way taking her boys somewhere, so she stopped in and just stayed the night at the hotel next door. So a few of us got to go over and say hi to her. Fawn got me some needles. She got me this great pattern by the Primitive Hair. She got me some stone hinge fabric. It's 18 count. So pretty. And then she got, now here's the weird part. No, it's not weird, but she got me Murky, right? Picture This Plus Murky. And I always complain about Picture This Plus, and she never understood why I complained about how soft and puffy it is. You guys, this is not soft and this is not puffy. I don't know why what I get shipped is. I mean, I've had 2 shipments from them. So like, this makes me be like, I'm so confused. Because if this is what it was, I would get it and use it because I love their colors. So yeah, I'm really excited about this Murky. So that was for Miss Fawn and Sean. So I'm running out of space. With Lynn's gift card for my birthday, I bought a Black Cat Stitchery bag for myself. And it is it. Love it. Love it. And I got a piece of 18 counts, quarter yard, 18 count Ada Bayou. I already have, it's by Atomic Ranch. I already have Bayou, but I mean, I couldn't help it because this fabric is gorgeous. So yeah. Yep. So I got me a little 8. That was, I'm going to show you the next thing I bought. And that was basically all I bought. And like I said, I had a gift card. So some of that was not out of pocket. So this is the bag that I waited an hour and a half for the shop to open so I could run in and grab this. And I love it. I love it. Absolutely. Lynx Stitches. This bag is fabulous. So what they do is they open the annex. They let you come in on Thursday at a certain time, and they let you look at stuff. You can't buy anything. You can look at it though. So we got to look, and that's when I saw that bag. And a lot of the bags that Lynn had sorry for the crinkle, were, she had multiples. But that pirate ship, there was one. And there was another rooster one that I got for Sean. And there was one of that one. And so I was like, I'm going to have to get in there, like, early. And that's like, and these ladies are crazy. Like, they start early. And so what happened was, I came down, Thursday morning, no, when's Friday? Oh, Lord. Friday morning at 7 o'clock to wait for the shop to open at 8:30. So when I came down to this, we couldn't even get into the convention center yet. When I came down, there was one other lady, Judy. She doesn't watch Flosstube, so she's not going to see this. But Judy's Colorado. And she she was sitting there and she was like, oh, another person in line. She's like, the doors are locked. And so she's like, put your bags over here and then have a seat. And so we had our bags, number 1, number 2. And then I was sitting across the room from her. And we talked for a good, 25, 30 minutes maybe. Like, it was just me and her. And so we just talked about all kinds of things. And it was amazing. And one of the things that I talked to her about, said she doesn't watch Flosstube. And so she's like, so I don't know who anybody is. And I was like, yeah. And I said, well, the thing about this is, I said, it's so interesting. I said, I still fly pretty far under the radar. And I said, but occasionally people come up to you and start talking to you because, like, they know you. They watch you every week, talk for like an hour, hour and a half. So they know you. They know every aspect about you. And I said, and for me, I said, I'm immediately like, want to ask them all the questions because I don't know them. So at first it's kind of awkward. And it, it's just one of those things. It's just a little awkward. And there's nothing wrong with it being awkward. Always, if you see me somewhere, holler, hey. But it is funny because I'm always like, because they're always normally saying, oh, and Skeeter and this, that. And I'm always like, but I don't know anything about you. Like, talk to me. And so I was just telling her that. And she was like, yeah, I bet that would be. And so then we were standing in line for the annex. There was a little bit of an issue. I'm not sure what happened towards the back of the line, but somebody either complained or there was a problem last year with people cutting line. I don't know. It's cross stitch, folks. Come on. And I had some friends and Judy had some friends stop and we were all talking. And, one of the keepsake people came and were like, she was kind of a little aggressive at first, thinking that like I cut line. And I was like, I was here before you were here. Like, I've been waiting since 7. And so Judy, who was number 1 and I was number 2, and that was the whole thing. It's like we were by numbers. And then there was another lady who, big Disney fan. She was number 3, and we had number 4 and number 5, which are new friends. And, so they're mom and daughter, and it was just, and it's Tracy and Megan, and they, mother and daughter. And so they were all like really quick to like stand up for me, which was amazing. To be like, no, she was here. And she's like, oh, well, and then she kind of was fine and she was nice, but like, they said she was a retired teacher. So she kind of came at us like that a little bit. And I'm thinking, am I going to get booted to the back of the line when I got here at 7? So it was fine. But as we're dealing with that, and I turn back to Judy, and she's got a couple of her Colorado friends there. They had a whole table, and they're amazing women. She had a couple of them standing there talking to her. And then all of a sudden, one of them just starts going, oh my God, that is her. Oh my God. And like starts screaming and hugging on me. And I'm like, and at first I'm like, oh my God. Like, and then all of a sudden I go, and I looked at Judy. I was like, you're an asshole. So I was like, so every time they saw me and every time I walked by their table, they would all start screaming and be like, number 2. And it was so much fun though, but it was so funny because I was like, y'all are assholes and that's why I love you. So it was amazing. It was a good time. So And yeah, I met and got to talk to people. I got to talk to Liz Matthews. We got to eat some breakfast together. And so that was nice. Well, really, she was sitting there eating breakfast, and I asked her, I sat down and we were talking. I mean, I know her. It wasn't like just randomly, just was like fangirled her. I mean, a little bit. So yeah, and I got to eat, had breakfast with Colleen one morning. Same deal. She was already sitting there, and I asked her if the seat was taken. But of course, I know Colleen, Rebel Stitcher. So it was a good time. It really was. I actually got to ring the bell. I had a start and a finish. Okay, what? So I'll show those in a second. But we had a good time. It was a really good time. Like I said, the vibe was very different. So I enjoyed it way more than I did last year, even though last year was super exciting because it was my first retreat ever. So I know I'm talking a lot about this, and this really probably should be at the end, and I should show you my stitching first, but I'm an asshole. What can I say? So let me finish with two things real quick that came in while I was gone. So I got my Bestitch Me Fabric of the Month for the Neutral Club, 18 count. It is Bronze Age, which I love. I can never have too much Bronze Age. And then I got Fruit Salad, which is for the color of the month. And it is beautiful. Just to find something really cool to go on that. I feel like a witchy stitcher, something witchy stitcher with lots of black could go on that really good. And then my Kaleidoscope Floss Club from Leanne Forbidden Fiber Co. Kaleidoscope Fan Club, which I gotta start using some of these. I've got to start doing some conversions. That is my goal for starting soon, which is hard since I'm no new start. So, I mean, it's going to be next year's goal, but I'm going to try to start working in where I can this year. Is I have a lot of Forbidden Fiber Co. threads, and I have a good chunk of Almond M&M silks. I'm going to start converting charts. I don't have to use DMC. I have these charts, these flosses. I need to just use them. I am a collector. I like to pull them out. They're pretty. I like to look at them. I like to pet them, but I need to use them. So here's our Kaleidoscope. These are all one of a kinds. They are not named. That is incredibly gorgeous. So pretty. Oh, look at this one. I love it. I'm a sucker for the greens. This was my pack right here because this is even a green. And then this beautiful magenta color. That beautiful. Because Leanne's the color fairy. So she was helping somebody with, they were talking about dyeing stuff and trying to get, you know, colors to go a certain way or whatever they were trying to do. And she said color theory. She's like, it's just color theory. I thought she said, I'm just the color fairy. So I call her the color fairy. Yeah. So, also really quick, because this will be part of plans. We'll talk about that in a second. So we got all kinds of stuff. So this is what you get from actually the StitchCon people. It's a little bicycle. It's a little 2023 charm, and the 310, the black cat, and they give you the jump rings, put all the stuff together. Liz Matthews was passing out some free charts, and so that was awesome. I mean, and these are our StitchCon bags this year. I really like them. All right. So, and then Candy, 614 Stitcher. She got us a little bag, and so we got some goodies and some tea. And a little frog needle minder. So cute. And a little orc catcher I gotta put together. I gotta snap it. Yeah. And then I think it's Blue Crab Stitcher. Maybe? I don't know. My shirt keeps trying to ride up. But she gave me Old Bay seasoning, which I think is awesome. I'll take that to Chad. You can tell my voice is hoarse. I hope that's the problem. And then in our bags, we got a cross stitch magazine. The editor was there wanting, thoughts We got this really cool Ohio coaster. And then, I'm not really sure what this is. It's a keychain, but I don't know if that's a glass cleaner. This is StitchCon. And then I got this deliciousthreads.com. It's not hoarding if it's cross stitch. I'm not going to go through this whole bag of goodies. But somebody made these. And I thought that was really cute. And so you fill it out. So I'm going to leave mine out because I don't want to forget to do that. And then, I mean, I got a little cloth from Abby Topknot. That's not the way she goes. She goes like that. So, I mean, like I said, I'm not going to go through all of these. I got purple scissors. Somebody. I got a little care package from Athena. And then I got this from Jan. And I got this little care package. So cute. And that's the other thing is bad. I don't know where this one came from. The bad thing is like people just set them down. Oh, what's that? Oh, fix it. Sometimes people are sitting things down as you're not sitting there. And so you don't see. And I got a little something from Janet Jabber. I need to keep these out because they got candy, you know. I need to see what candy's on. And then, I got this from my friend Margaret. I made a new friend named Margaret. She's in Texas. And so it's her little, you know, emergency bags that she feels like you need to have at a retreat just in case. Got a little floss. Like I said, I mean, there's just... Oh, I definitely have to show that. Oh, that's not good. So Lynn got me scissors. Uh-oh. Lynn, the scissors. It's chocolate. I was like, uh-oh. And I got floss drops from Connie and Melina. And then I got another little something from my friend Chris. I got to meet Chris Yo, which was amazing. Oh, and I got a little heart from somebody. And of course, it was a joke because they were coming around and they're like, do you have a heart? And I was like, no. And they just took a second. And then AJ was passing out these. And they say Weekend A, but we're going to say it's Wakanda Forever. Because that's what her daughter thought it said. And she was like, why? And then I got this from Janelle. I got so many things from Janelle. I'm leaving these definitely out because they my jam. And then I got Ladybugs. I mean, I'm just saying. Ladybug Stitcher. And then I got this from my friends, Sarah, the Stitchy friends. Sarah and Jen. And like I said, there's a ton in here. And I said I wasn't going to go through all of them. And I'm not going to. And I got something from Tiger Lily Design. But I just want to make sure that, like, there were some key things. And if I missed them, once I dig through this thoroughly and separate and move things. Oh, yeah. And I got that from Janelle. I will do a better job of... And I think I got... Oh, no. I got problems with some magnet situations. And I got that from Welcome Stitchery, Justine, and Shelly. And then this is from Karen Busby and Margaret. They made little beeswax. I got this off the freebie table. It's a, I don't know where that magnet came from, but it's a needle minder. So I just melted that chocolate some more by holding it. So yeah, so we got lots of stuff, but like I said, people set things down. I need to go through the stuff better when you're not looking. So sometimes you don't know who left you a goodie. But I did want to show this. So I don't have my Stitchy journal here, but Chris, I've showed her stuff before. She has an Etsy. She makes the stitching journal, which I love. She's been watching me from the start. I don't know what's wrong with her. This is the first time meeting her in person. So she makes these amazing, it's got a ring that goes in it. These amazing thread jewelry. And it's like where it all began. You guys, how stinking cute. Look how little Ski is. He's so little. Flosstube number 1. He's so little. I mean, Ski is so little. And I look like I'm actually a little thinner there. Yeah, so I absolutely love it. It was amazing. I got to meet my friend Lisa Kurtz. I got to meet Lisa and talk about her new little kitties that they're talking about. And I think I talked about it I don't know if I talked about it last Flosstube or just talked about it at work. They have kittens and they're thinking of like Jack and Ripper or Dahmer and Bundy, you know, Holmes and I forgot what the other one was with Holmes. But yeah. And so it's a great idea. So I got to meet her, and of course I got to say hi to, you know, Gary and Ronnie, got her on Stitchery. So there was a ton of people. I mean, I know I'm forgetting people, and I hate that because that sucks. So, I did get something done before I left. So at our table was Fawn, Sean, Ymir, Almond M&M's, and Fawn and Sean are Sanctum Stitching, and you guys need to go watch them and subscribe. They need they're like 30 away from being 1,000 subscribers, guys. Come on. We need to push them there, support them. They're so fun and they're amazing. And then we had Leanne, Forbidden Fiber Co. and Sarah, Memphis Sarah. We were all sitting at a table. And then our other group, we had 2 other tables with groups. So we had like Stacy C. Stitches, and we had Janelle sitting at that table, and Connie sitting, and then Melina and Beth and Janet for Janet Jabber, and like everybody, all those 3 tables, we just all like congregated, and it was amazing. So before I left, I got to finish. And I got this finished so that I could do 2 starts at StitchCon. But it's so funny because my finish is one of my new besties, 2 of my new besties, technically. I guess I'll add you, Melina. Connie's my new bestie, but I guess I'll add you too. But count twice, stitch once. So I just finished this. And I did mine with, you know, not the called for at all. I did the back stitching. I didn't want the saying underneath, so I left that off. But there's my octopus is killing me. There's my finish. It's got the green crown. But that's my finish. So cute. I need to cut my finishes off so I can put this fabric back in my rotation of fabric. So I actually finished that on the 3rd. So the funny part is I started it at StitchCon last year. So 6/11/22. So I started it a year ago today, but I finished it 6/3/23. And that is on 18 Count Bedrock by Bestitch Me. And it actually started off with Nancy, one of the bougie stitchers. She loaned me the chart while I waited for mine to come in. And so it was funny. It was a StitchCon start from last year. And so I finished it right before I went. So I could have a new start. And my new start is Witchy Stitcher, Boo You Whore. That's from Mean Girls. It's an amazing quote. And I'm stitched this on, it came in, I think, the Starlight Stitcheries, one of their boxes. It's 14 Count Ada. It's Midnight Visitor by Starlight Alchemy. So this was, I started on the 8th. So I started on Thursday, finished it on Thursday. So 8 and 8. And here it is. Boo You Whore. So now I just gotta fully finish it. Is it not the cutest thing ever? So cute! So this also was housing my StitchCon start that we're starting with Fawn and Zamia. And we're going to do that this week. But this is, and I'm doing Autumn Lane Ghost Town. And that's the fabric. It's a Gray Magic by Bestitch Me. This has the fabric that I'm going to use for that. So, keeping that together. So yeah, I had to start and finish. What? Yeah. So what I worked on, oh, I'm sorry. So here's what happened. I forgot the way I did this. So when I finished the snail, I went through my stuff to see what I really wanted to start. And I picked the Halloween parade. It's a banner. I'm not going to finish it as a banner. The bottom is blurred out on this because I didn't print out the newest page. Clouds Factory. It's the Halloween banner. I wanted to start this. So what I did, finish the snail. This was my start. Because the way the other thing worked was I gave myself a StitchCon since I'm doing no new starts. I gave myself a StitchCon start. StitchCon start. So I started Boo You Horror. Well, now I finished Boo You Horror. So now I have earned a start with the Ghost Town by Autumn Lane Stitchery. So I started this one on the 4th. I started on my mom's birthday. I've just stitched on it 3 days, but I mean, like I said, I haven't done much with it. It's on Be Stitch Me figure. I do own other fabric. It's 18 count Ada Aquarius by Be Stitch Me. And that's my little start. He's so cute. And this is like a yellow that goes in these windows, and I was ready to put that in. And that's one of the ones I don't have. That's one of the flosses that I don't have that I need to get. And I'm gonna sneeze. Oh, I'm sorry. So I yeah. I was like, well, let's put that away. I was like, it's too difficult. I don't want to find anything else. So I stitched on that. And then I stitched on my Alice in Wonderland cursor. So that one. This one is on Fabric Flare. And it is Aqua Dye Effect, but it is 14 count. That's the one I couldn't remember. It's 14 count. And somewhere there's a wad of floss. And there's where I'm at. So I basically got in some more of the black and a little bit more of the orange. The yellow and the black over here was already done. So it's not much, but it's bright and it's bold and it's really pretty. I need to just pull it out and work on it. Because I really enjoy doing it. It's just, like I said, I got stitching done. I just didn't get, that first day though, I plugged away. I know that's small, but like, I mean, the finishes everybody else was getting, like starts and finishes, like Sarah did. I was like, yeah, that's not me. Ooh, I'm not about that life. So this is also Cloud Factory. I took this with me. This is the fairy tale, Grimm's Fairy Tales. And I did very little. Oh, quit getting hung up. Stop it. Oh, the Arlo was down here. So I put in all of that. Which again, is not very much. I will tell you, if you're not sitting still, it's very difficult to get stitching done. Well, it is for me, because I talk a lot. Okay, oops, I did not put that in. So that was all the stitching that I did. So I took a few projects. I took Sea Witch, I didn't touch her. I got a little nervous, so I wanted to make sure I didn't mess her up. And I took the collectors, and I didn't touch them. And I took my February Quaker, and I didn't touch it. So I touched 1, 2, 3, 4. And I didn't do the Ghost Town, so that would have been 5. So there's a, oh, and I didn't touch my Love Cats one. Excuse me. So yeah, so I didn't get to do everything I wanted to do. That's okay. While we were there, we went to a candy store. Sorry to cough. I hope it's not COVID. I think it's where I ate a chocolate cashew. And sometimes nuts just kill the little, you know, yeah. So, because somebody did test positive. So, heads up. It is called Shamal. I don't know how to say it. And I got chocolate covered cashews. I got sea salt caramels. And I got amaretto pecans. And he was so sweet and so nice. And if you're going to that area, you need to check him out. He's basically walking distance. I wouldn't because you gotta cross a busy street, but walking distance from the hotel the conference is at. So it was, yeah, it was awesome. I'm sure that I'm forgetting 5,262 stories. And if I forgot something or didn't mention you or any of the other things, I'm so sorry. It wasn't on purpose. So, I got a couple. I made Ymir go in the annex with me because I asked her what skin tone was hers at her skin tone collection. She said she didn't know, and I'm like, so I made her go in there. So her 1866 is the closest that she has to her skin tone, and she said it's her grandmother's skin tone. It's so beautiful. I am going to do a Nora Corbett in this skin tone. I'm going to convert the whole thing to her silks. So it may take me a little bit to get it prepped. I can't start anything right now anyways, but I'm trying to decide between the two. I think I picked the one I want. I did kind of a car poll, and I think everybody was, pretty much agreed. So we'll see. I just have to convert the others, and so which means I'll probably have to order some from her. So it may be a while before I'm able to do that start, which, hell, it may be next year. I don't know. But yeah, so, and then I bought some Raven, because you can never have too much Raven. So yeah, but all in all, it was a good time. I really, really, really miss Z, but like I said, we love her and we understand. So we'll see her another time. I'll see her on Zoom here this week. So the next one I've got is Sweather Weather, which is Colleen's. It's in Philadelphia, and it's in October. So that is the next retreat I have, and then I don't have another retreat till the following year. So, and I don't know what those are yet because I haven't signed up for anything. So that being said, I think that's it. I gave you my plans. I showed you my finishes. So I've had basically 2 finishes since my last Flosstube. And we all know that my thumbnail is going to be Boo You Whore. Let's just face it. That'll either get people to not watch, or I may get some new people watching. So, I missed my crowd that I hung out with last year. So Jackie and Justine weren't there. Still City Girls weren't there. So that part was a little sad. And of course Z wasn't there. So that was sad, but, we made it work, and I had, an amazing time hanging out with everybody and doing all the things. And, I'm really excited to, like I said, my big thing, my push moving forward is, to really take Leanne's Forbidden Fiber Co. and Ymir's Almond M&M silks and just start doing what I'm supposed to and start using them because they're gorgeous. Absolutely gorgeous. So yeah, I have a couple pictures I can put at the end of this, but like I said, I don't have a ton, which sucks. Yeah, it sucks. Oh, I saw Alexis, My Amazing World. And then she introduced me to a couple of her friends. So, I think one of them's a Seattle Stitcher. I'm not sure. And I don't know if that's Megan or if Seattle Stitcher's the other girl. And I don't remember her name. I'm terrible, guys. Terrible. So it was fun meeting them. I'm trying to, there was a handful of people that I met and got to talk to, and then we've made sure that we can follow each other on Instagram and stuff because I want to keep in contact with these people because everybody was so much fun and amazing. So also there was someone there, and I took a snapshot of her name so I don't forget when the time comes, but and it's not a complete conversion to Forbidden Fiber Co., but she took the Lola Crow's, the greenhouse, and she converted a ton of them to Forbidden Fiber Co. And it was just because it was what she had on hand, which I have a ton of Forbidden Fiber Co. on hand. And I know somebody, so if I got to order some more, if I need to call for help, what's DMC, blah, 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 in your line. I got an inside man. So I'm going to do when I get to start the Lolo Co greenhouse, I'm going to do it all in Forbidden Fiber Co. So I'm excited about that. Okay, I've blabbed enough. It is actually just under an hour. So by the time I add photos, it'll be just over an hour. Yeah, again, I'm sure I missed stuff. I'm sure I missed all the people I talked to and hung out with. I hate when that happens. I need to be better about like writing shit down, right? So, all right. I hope everybody has a wonderful week. It'll probably be another 3 or 4 before you see me. We should have puppies soon. We think between the 14th and the 18th because Miss Reba came early last time, we were told. I did get some weird random pictures. She big. She's round. So super excited. Super excited. I think it's going to be amazing. I didn't get to show everybody. So this is driving my dogs bananas at the moment. We have that on our front porch. Some baby birds. So, yep. Okay. I think that was it. Unless y'all want to see a wet Gus. Yeah. All right. I hope you guys have a wonderful Stitchy week. And I will see you soon. Bye.